Well, new at 10 tonight, the governor recently signed a new bill into law that will allow cities to use tax dollars to create affordable housing. Greenville leaders are planning how they'll use it.
That's right. A lot of options now on the table. Fox County's Kennedy Harris breaks it all down for us. Kennedy.
Yeah, Greenville's housing market is hot for newcomers, but many of the people who've lived here for years are struggling to find housing within their price range. It's a problem across the state, which is why lawmakers hope this bill makes an impact. The parks, zoo, trails, and beauty, things that make Greenville, Greenville, are funded through taxes paid by you and tourists. Now,
well, this is just another tool in our toolkit to help with our housing needs.
State lawmakers passed a bipartisan bill allowing cities to use tourism taxes for affordable housing, specifically pulling from the accommodations tax, which is paid when you buy a hotel room.
We cannot have this wonderful downtown that we have without the support of the hospitality industry. And to have a workforce, they have to have a place to live.
Councilwoman Dorothy Dow says the bill was born after lawmakers saw an urgent need for hospitality workers. It's aimed to create housing at their income level, about 80% the area median income, or a salary around $47,000 a year for a single person, and around $68,000 a year for a household of 4. She says creating workforce housing leaves more options open for people with lower incomes as well.
It helps address our gentrification concerns. It helps address our concerns with people experiencing homelessness. It helps us get housing for veterans.
Out of an expected $2.1 million in tax revenue, Greenville has allocated $900,000. Add that onto what they already give, that makes about $3.4 million in housing investment plus donated land parcels.
Looking at all the parcels that are owned by the city to determine are there parcels that can be used.
Dow says pulling from the accommodations tax won't impact the other things it pays for, like events and public art, because tourism dollars are up.
Critically important. I don't see those as being negatively affected by this at all.
And Dow says right now the bill has passed. She would like to see the city use this consistently as a stream of revenue for housing. They're planning now for what exactly projects it can be used to help fund. Kennedy Harris, Fox Carolina News.